While I was aboard that ship, I poisoned a man.
Deliberately?
Yes. I was trying to force him to let me treat patients who were dying.
You were prepared to sacrifice an individual to benefit a collective.
Hello, I'm Johnny Johnson, and today we're taking a look at a Star Trek Voyager episode, Critical Care. It's a thought-provoking episode, one that weighs medical bureaucracy and efficiency against the Hippocratic Oath. So let's check it out. I'll start by saying this is probably not going to be in many people's top 10 or even top 100 Star Trek episodes, but it is one of the best examples of what Star Trek is in principle more than any other episode. I often refer to this episode when trying to explain what Star Trek is all about to someone. The core of Trek is to be provocative, make you think about society, your place in it, and what you want it to look like. Critical Care presents a wonderful intellectual, moral, ethical dilemma that is both foreign and relatable to our own societies here on Earth. In this episode, the Doctor is kidnapped and taken to a medical facility on an unknown planet, where he is forced to treat patients, less so because of his enslavement and more so because of his Hippocratic Oath. The facility he is working at is desperately short of supplies and medicine. What the Doctor eventually discovers is that not every section of the facility is so short of medical supplies. The hospital facility is running a very strict tiered medical system where patients are assigned a color and level based on their worth in society. A patient's medical worth is determined by a sophisticated TC, or treatment coefficient. If two patients have the same disease, but one is the head engineer of a power plant, while the other is a delivery boy for Panucci's Pizza, the engineer is going to receive treatment first. Not only will the engineer receive treatment first, but they will receive it on a more advanced level of the hospital. Treatment involving scarce drugs may be entirely restricted to only people with a higher treatment coefficient, with some not even qualifying. Most interestingly, some drugs that could literally save lower-class individuals are given to a higher-class people as non-life-threatening preventative treatments. It all sounds shocking, right? Well, not really. What I find most interesting about this episode is the system as a whole isn't fully unwound. The writers don't directly attack it or condemn it, but rather give the Doctor's perspective, who obviously fights against it, advocating and even breaking the laws to provide better treatment for individuals with lower TC. In fact, it's more of a character-building episode for the Doctor than it is a deep dive into tiered healthcare. Even at the end of the episode, the Doctor questions his whole involvement in the system. He himself breaks his Hippocratic Oath, infecting a high-ranking bureaucrat and tricking the system into believing this man has a low treatment coefficient. He attempts to make the bureaucrat feel for those receiving lesser care. At the end of the episode, the Doctor isn't sure he did the right thing. I love the restrained writing here. The episode obviously shows the pitfalls of a tiered medical system, and also the ethical dilemmas that can occur when attempting to fight this system using corruption. Not only does this highlight how incredibly complicated medical bureaucracies are, but it shows that sometimes you need cold-hearted bastards pushing numbers around to save the lives of faceless people. Meanwhile, the doctors have to make decisions based on the people right in front of them. Tiered medical systems exist, of course, in private and socialized healthcare systems, in ways we do not even think of. Naturally, in the private system, you can pay for access, and this can even include treatments like plastic surgery or hair transplants, or any superficial thing, something that literally takes medical resources away from the whole. In socialized medicine, treatment can often be tiered simply by your education and socioeconomic status. If you live in a large city, speak English, and can advocate for yourself, you are likely to get better care. If you are of a higher status and you show up to a hospital, say missing a finger, you are likely to get a plastic surgeon to reattach it. If you are homeless, you are likely to get an ER doctor to stitch you a stump, because they doubt you'll do the physio and/or the aftercare required. Socialized medical systems do further have policies directly relating to tiered treatment, such as in the episode. Organ donation, for example, can take into consideration how old you are, your systems of support, do you smoke, drink, and so forth. Anyway, it's just a great simple episode that is designed to make you think about our complex institutions. And I give the writers big props for leaving the episode's conclusions a bit gray, because the medical world is very gray. Alright, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching. Do like, subscribe, comment, etc. But most importantly, do take care and have a nice rest of your day.